wow, look at the amazing pictures.
Right.
It reminds me of what we did the first year. It's been so long, but we're back.
I know. I'm so happy to be back, and Kyle, it's great to be back again. And it's great that we can start thinking and planning for next year's event so that we can all be in person.
Yes.
Now let's make sure the room is ready and we have enough seats.
Yes. I think next year we'll get about 420 to 450 people in the room next year. What do you think?
Of course we will. And next year we'll have Kathy Najimy here too, right?
Maybe Whoopi Goldberg. She could come. We get a little sister act going on, a little choir. I love him. I love him. I love him. And
Of course, yes. Yeah. We get it. I get it. You are so corny, but I do get it. So we've got our notes together for Nancy and Mamie, but tonight we are here to get the job done.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started.
Congratulations, Laura and the PPMW family on this year's Impact Gala. Now, I know in spite of a tough year, you and the team remained resilient, and I understand that you offer primary care and gender-affirming care, which I think is fabulous. So thanks, donors, for helping to keep PPMW's doors open. Enjoy.
Hello, Planned Parenthood, Metro DC. Thanks for all the work you're doing. Your reproductive health care is so vital to the DMV. I applaud your unwavering commitment. Thank you, Laura Myers and PPMW, for keeping the doors open and providing care, no matter what. It's super important in these times. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
The Board of Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington, D.C., PPMW President and CEO Dr. Laura Myers, and Impact Campaign Co-Chairs Adrian Gonzalez, Majo Sanabria, and Eden Schifera welcome you to the 2021 Impact Gala. Featuring appearances by Congressman Jerry Connolly of Virginia, Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland, Mario Cantone, Vicki Lawrence, Sherry Shepard, and many more. And now, PPMW Vice Chair, Adrian Gonzalez.
Hola, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Adrián González Sierra. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I am one of the Impact Makers peer-to-peer campaign co-chairs, as well as vice chair of the board at Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington, D.C. Friends, I am so happy to be here with you this evening to celebrate our Impact Makers and to highlight the many ways in which we impact the communities that we serve every day in the DMV area. As you have already noticed, we are once again meeting virtually, and although I wish we could all be under the same roof together, I am also grateful for the technology that allows us to connect with one another through the distance. For instance, today I am in Mexico, and I feel connected with all of you in mind and spirit, even though we're far away from each other. So let's celebrate. This year, I am particularly proud of our expanded telehealth and primary care services and the more than 600 gender-affirming care visits since the launch of our program in 2019. I am also proud of our staff who have demonstrated commitment day in and day out to keep our operations running. As you are well aware, This year, we have faced new challenges, and our staff has met them with courage and determination. Listen to this. Throughout the pandemic, we have kept our doors open, we have expanded our educational programming, and we have continued our fight for reproductive health care for all.
PPMW was founded on the idea
that access to sexual and reproductive health care can transform lives.
We believe that knowledge is power,
and that true strength lies in community.
we live this every day.
If it weren't for PPMW, I'd lack the knowledge and support that comes from a strong community.
Each year, we lead over 200 sex education workshops around DC, developing tomorrow's advocates for reproductive rights, destigmatizing STIs and abortion. We are medicine, knowledge, and facts, not fake news.
PPMW helped me find my voice to make a difference.
If it weren't for PPMW, I wouldn't have access to my annual exams, I wouldn't have access to cancer screenings, and I wouldn't have access to testing for sexually transmitted infections.
For every person who walks through our health center's doors, regardless of age, sex, race, gender identity, sexual orientation, and immigration status, we provide support without judgment.
PPMW helped me claim my own future and make the right choices for my life.
If it weren't for PPMW, I wouldn't know how to get involved in the fight against the attacks on birth control coverage, access to health care, and the right to safe, legal abortion.
We are in the halls of power, preserving our rights and protesting those who threaten to deny them.
PPMW gives me an outlet for making change and a direction for my activism.
We are medicine.
We are knowledge.
We are truth.
We are a movement,
not a moment.
We are PPMW.
We are PPMW.
We are PPMW.
We are PPMW, Planned Parenthood of Metro DC.
Care no matter what.
Yes.
That's why we're here all month. We have been talking about the peer-to-peer campaign, telling stories through videos about impact makers here at PPMW. Now, Kyle, have you seen any of those videos?
Listen, I've seen the videos and I love the videos as well. And we're finally here because of this event tonight. And listen, this night is about everybody for everybody. So we need you to help PPMW so we can do that. So be here for the community, be here for the voice, and also be an advocate.
For sure, Kyle. Now you're going to hear a lot of amazing things that PPMW has been doing, is doing, and it plans to do to ensure healthcare for all.
That's right. And you know what? We cannot do this without you all at home. So this gala's mission this year is to pull your phones out because you're on YouTube, you're watching us on the live. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tune in. And also give.
Right. Now, our job is to share the amazing PPMW story and to let you know what's happening and inspire your giving.
That's right. So here are a few influencers to help us just do that. Take a look.
Hey, it's Congressman Jamie Raskin, sending my love to all my friends at Planned Parenthood of Metro DC. Thank you so much for the great work you do every day addressing the health needs of our population in Maryland and Washington and Virginia. You are a great and strong group, so thank you for giving me a chance to say a few words at your Impact Gala. We continue to depend on Planned Parenthood for all of the amazing work you do on telehealth, on HIV services, on COVID-19, on cancer screening. And thank you especially for hanging tough during this period of Handmaid's Tale nightmare statutes that the right wing is trying to pass all over America, including in Texas, where bounty hunters are out looking to spy on their fellow citizens for exercising their constitutional rights. So I know how critical the work is that you are doing. We've got to hang tough for the rights of women, the rights of families, the rights of doctors, and for meaningful health care in America, even against all of the violence and the nihilists and the dogmatists who would try to trample other people's reproductive freedoms. So thanks for what you're doing, and I'm honored to be your servant in Congress and to be there for anything that you need in order to stand up for the Constitution and the civil rights and the civil liberties of the people. Thanks so much.
Hi, Congressman Jerry Conley here, and it's an honor to celebrate the great work of Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington, D.C. Planned Parenthood is a key resource in our community for anyone in need of essential health care services like primary care and reproductive health care. The U.S. Supreme Court recently decided to allow a radical 6-week abortion ban to go into effect, essentially giving Texas the green light to render Roe v. Wade meaningless. Texas, sadly, is not alone. Since 2011, anti-abortion legislatures have pushed nearly 500 restrictive laws throughout the country. The right to choice, the right to an abortion, is not real if only some people can access it. I stand with Planned Parenthood, and I stand with the largest pro-choice majority in Congress ever to ensure that access to reproductive care is protected for all Americans. Thank you, and continue your wonderful work.
Hi, Planned Parenthood Metro DC. It's Vicki Lawrence, and I'm so proud of the work that you're doing in the Metro DC area. Telehealth, primary care, gender-affirming care, and more. It is amazing work, and you are creating access for all. Thank you, Laura, and thank you, PPMW team.
Oh, it is so great to hear from such influential voices.
Yes.
Now, how are we doing since we shared that text to give link? Let's take a look.
All right.
We've got some new donors coming in just a few seconds ago. Anonymous Edward Terry, thank you so much. But Kyle, we do need some more numbers, right?
That's right. We need more numbers on that board, and you to help us do that. How can we do that, Alyssa?
Why don't we play some reproductive access bingo?
Okay, and just like that, let's go ahead and get this bingo game started, all right?
All right.
Let's walk over here to the board. I love this.
Okay, little Vanna White. So this is how you play.
All right.
For every square that speaks to you, we urge you to make a donation. $5 a square, $10 a square, $15 a square. Now let's take a look at some of these squares. Now, if you relate to your birth control is covered by your insurance, then you would donate $5 for that square. Another one, you're tested regularly for STIs, and if abortion is legal in your state. All three of those, if you match those, that means $5 for each square, and every dollar counts.
That's right. I heard somebody out there saying bingo. I mean, you never know. I mean, listen, if your first language is English. I mean, listen, make sure you donate. Make sure you play the bingo game. But the bingo card is sort of cool. But I can say PPMW is not playing any games. In this country, healthcare should be a right and not a privilege.
Right. And PPMW does all that it can to ensure that there is health equity. Our PPMW friends and family continue to stand proud with us again this year, but we want others to connect with us.
Yes, and we've managed to get some of our very own individuals to support the cause.
Yeah, really? Tell me who. Give me some hints.
Hey, listen now, I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but we have some amazing actors and actresses here with us tonight. And let's just say this one person left the gritty streets of Law and Order and now shaking things up on Blackish.
Okay. I don't know who. We heard from Carson Kressley,
yes,
but a cast member from Blackish?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't stutter. Now, you know what? I ain't going to say too much.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Check this out.
Hi there, Planned Parenthood of Metro DC. Boris Kojo here. I want to congratulate you on another gala. Now, even in a tough year, you continue to be there for your patients, and you remain committed to serving the community. Thank you for always standing strong.
Hey everybody, I'm Sherry Shepard, and I just want to say something special to Planned Parenthood Metro DC. PPMW, you are celebrated tonight because you are providing another year of care to those in the DC area. Primary care, telehealth, treatment for depression, STIs, contraception, and more. Is there anything PPMW that you don't do? Because I got this thing on my foot, is the bunion. I'm not quite sure if that's what, my teeth, my stomach, I'm bloating. And I know you probably could do it. But I just want to say congratulations to you because you have been busy. And you've been busy because you're so needed, but you've come forth and you've answered the call of the community. So I wish you much success. Congratulations. See you again next year. But the thing on my foot is hurting. Could I see you before next year? Bye.
Planned Parenthood Metro DC is celebrating its Impact Gala. Congratulations to Laura Myers and the team at Planned Parenthood Metro DC for another successful year of high-quality health care. The pandemic did not slow you down at all. Keep up the great work. Thank you for everything you do. You are needed now more than ever, as you know. Just thank you for taking care of women's health in all ways. I hope and pray that what's going on in Texas does not bleed over to other states. We've got to fight hard and work hard, and that's what you do. You're at the front of the line doing the work. So thank you. Congratulations to all of you. Keep it going. Fight. Do what you have to do. You always do. Thank you, all Planned Parenthoods across the country and Planned Parenthood Metro DC. Congratulations once again. Celebrate your Impact Gala. Have a ball. Live it up. You deserve it because you work hard. All the best. It's Mario Cantone, in case you didn't know. I wish you all the best, and I can't thank you enough. I thank you I'm not a woman, but I thank you for all the women in the world because I love women so much. They're a huge part of my life. They always have been, being an Italian boy. All the Italian women surrounding me, and all the women all over the country need you. Need you more than ever now. All the best. Congratulations.
Yes.
All right, Kyle, that was a pretty impressive lineup that we had there. You know, Carson Kressley, Sherry Underwood, my girl, and we had Mario Cantone, but you promised me someone from Blackish.
I know, listen, and just be patient, but you know what? I know you're excited, and there's many more to come, but I think we need to go ahead and check the text to give. Right now, people are coming in. Robert Williams, we see your donation. Listen, we see the anonymous donations, and we see we're up to $204,802 right now. Listen, make sure you see the link below. Make sure you text to give in. Listen, I heard there's more people coming to the stage and coming to this PPMW Gala right now.
Right, we sure do have some more people. Now, PPMW stands for Everybody for Everybody. And you know, Kyle, we hear a lot about equity, diversity, and inclusion in the media today, but this is something that PPMW has been living well before the pandemic.
That's right, and I know PPMW continuously is growing and improving the ways they show up for the community, patients, and the PPMW family.
Right, well, let's take a look.
Me llamo Adrián González Sierra, and I am an impact maker.
I am Kathy Evans. My pronouns are she, her, and I am an impact maker.
My name is Nancy Frazier, and I am an impact maker.
For us, it's equity, diversity, and inclusion because we wanted to lead with equity. Equity for our staff, equity for our patients, and equity for anyone who comes through our doors.
When I think of diversity, it's almost like being invited to the party. Inclusion is being asked to dance, and belonging is dancing like no one's watching. And I don't know about you, but when I dance like no one's watching, I feel freedom, I feel that I'm being respected, and I feel like I'm in a space of psychological safety. So that is exactly what we have been trying to do at Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington with our patients, our staff, our board, and the broad community to which we belong.
We pride ourselves in belonging. We pride ourselves in being an important asset to the community. We want to see all members of our community be both healthy and successful and have agency over their own lives, their own bodies.
The work is being done to ensure that every area, leadership, culture, talent, all of those areas have goals to accomplish over the next 2 to 3 years. And so we understand the importance of equity, race equity in particular, diversity and inclusion being considered when we start to build out the strategies for each of these areas.
When I had the honor of being invited to be a co-chair of the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Committee, I thought that was really important in terms of the maturity of our organization, because establishing a permanent committee at the board level to focus on equity, diversity, and inclusion signaled to me that Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington
had a true commitment to this work.
We are pleased to introduce our next guest. This DC-based women's social justice a cappella group encourages perseverance, breaks down barriers, and touches hearts, and inspires action through song.
Now, inspired by the rich tapestry of voices raised for change, please welcome Songrise.
Sometimes it can feel intimidating to find the courage to speak up, especially on behalf of someone you've never met. And that's exactly why the advocacy work you do is so important. Not only do you stand up for others, but you've built a whole community of activists along the way. That's why Songrise is proud to be a part of PPMW's Impact Gala again this year. We hope the next song inspires you to remember the power of your voices and to keep using them. This is Quiet by Milk, and we are Songrise.
Wow, that was a lot.
Right, yeah.
I mean, a great way. I mean, they sounded amazing, don't you
I know,
think?
those voices blended so perfectly.
I know, and the harmonies, and we appreciate their support, and we appreciate all your other support as well. And with your support, we allowed, and everybody's allowed PPMW to launch their newest programs, the PPMW Project. Now, tell us more about this, Alyssa.
Well, Kyle, I'm really stoked about this project on a personal level. You may not know this, but 1 in every 5 college students cannot afford their monthly menstrual products. Now, the PPMW Project was created to supply menstruation products to students in need through their local colleges and universities. Let's take a look.
Important information. I mean, I had no idea, to be honest with you. And I mean, what an important project that serves as an immediate need. There's so many great opportunities and programs here at PPMW. And I've heard there's a new way to give that can also make an impact as well.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that, Kyle.
Well, listen, let's go ahead and look at this video right now. Jewelry for Good. Check it out.
$450. Who could believe this old stuff was worth so much? When my daughter moved out, I decided to clean out all the closets, and I found this old gold jewelry and the silver that was tarnished because we never use it. So I sent it off to Jewelry for Good, and I found out that it was worth a lot. They donated the cash to Planned Parenthood because it's important to us to empower women like our daughter. I'm Suzanne, and this is my Jewelry for Good story.
It's so great that Jewelry for Good is partnered with PPMW. Who would have thought that that old silver and gold jewelry that you have lying around the house can be used to support reproductive health? Now, maybe some of my sorority sisters can make a donation. Sorors, where are you? Pinkies up.
I mean, I don't know.
Your frat brothers may be able to make a donation too.
I mean, maybe my frat brothers can, but listen, we need your help. You at home, Instagram followers, your friends, and ladies, I know you watching right now on the screen, and if you want to get rid of your ex's old jewelry, you know, just want to throw it in the bag, just go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and buy this jewelry, and also is caring for others' needs as well. And I heard it's tax deductible too, so if I was you, I'll get on it.
Right. Now we are going to hear from PPMW's amazing leader, Dr. Laura Myers, in a few minutes, but let's take a look at our fundraising progress. We are now at $206,650,000.
Wow.
We are already well on our way to meeting our goal.
Yes, I mean, look, all the people that anonymous names are coming in. We appreciate your support. And right now, here to introduce Dr. Myers as board member and Impact Campaign co-chair, Majo Senabria.
Hola a todos y todas. Muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros el día de hoy. My name is Majo Sanabria. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I have been part of the PPMW family for 6 years now. I am thrilled to be here with you tonight, and it is my honor to introduce to you the marvelous and hardworking President and CEO of Planned Parenthood Metropolitan Washington, D.C., Dr. Laura Myers.
Good evening, everyone. What can I say about this past year? Well, one good thing happened in December, and that was that my granddaughter, Nora, was born. But if 2020 was the most difficult, challenging year of our lives, 2021 wasn't far behind. Let's put it this way. The year didn't start off well. Only blocks from our DC Health Center, Trump-allied terrorists ransacked the US Capitol, and we watched with horror as they paraded a symbol of hatred and oppression around the rotunda. Although we kept our doors open throughout 2020, for safety reasons, we had to close our DC Health Center because of these violent lunatics. As I said, the year did not start off well. Then, because of the amazing work of scientists, COVID vaccines were rolled out at miraculous speed in the US. Just when it seemed like life was coming back to some sort of normal, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, the Delta variant brought higher caseloads, hospitalizations, and tragic and entirely preventable deaths. As 2021 started, so it continued. And then just mere weeks ago, SB 8 was enacted in Texas. I've spoken about my Gram, who survived an illegal abortion in the 1930s when so many didn't. I think about how frightened she must have been as a poor woman without safe options. And I know that you are heartbroken and enraged about what is going on in Texas, knowing that there are thousands of people now who are without safe options. We know this burden falls disproportionately on poor Black and brown people. Many of us have been warning for years that the sky was falling. Well, folks, in Texas, the sky has fallen, and the stories of people who cannot get care are heart-rending. SB 8 is the most insidious, sinister, dangerous, and extreme abortion law because it bans abortions at 6 weeks before someone even knows they're pregnant. It is specifically designed to intimidate physicians and other clinical staff from providing safe and legal abortion by allowing individuals, neighbors, former partners, anti-abortion activists, complete strangers, anybody and their kooky uncle can sue a provider and anyone else who assists in the provision of abortion care with a bounty of at least $10,000, in effect creating this cadre of bounty hunters, vigilantes, who have been empowered by a minority of extremist legislators. Taken alongside the Supreme Court's decision to hear arguments in the Mississippi 15-week ban case, we're facing the most grave threat to abortion rights with catastrophic implications for communities across the country. You may have seen that today, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a law protecting the right to abortion as a defense against laws like these. We need to organize and agitate to get this law through the Senate. It seems unbelievable that we are still fighting to preserve the right to safe and legal abortion nearly 50 years after Roe v. Wade, but here we are. And it's hard not to lose heart and surrender to despair. But we outnumber this tyrannical minority. Polling has shown that the vast majority of Americans do not support these types of extreme and dangerous bans. This small minority of extremists has grabbed the steering wheel of our country, and they're driving us off a cliff. We need to grab it back. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, as I know many of us feel right now, I think of my mom, one of the bravest people I've ever known. She was spunky, rebellious, and had a very big heart. In 2010, having managed her juvenile diabetes for over 50 years, her doctors recommended amputation of her leg. And at first she refused. She said that she would rather die from the infection that was overwhelming her body than give up a part of herself. My siblings and I pleaded with her to have the operation. And finally, and for reasons she never explained, she relented. After the surgery, her indomitable spirit surrendered. But over the next several months, she climbed out of depression, adapting to a new way to live, and reclaimed her fighting spirit, only to lose her second leg less than a year later. That didn't stop her. It barely slowed her down. She carried on despite the enormous challenge of having no legs. She was determined not to be cowed by the adversity she faced. And that's the kind of spirit PPMW embraces, one of facing the worst head on and coming out of it stronger. Look, our opposition would like nothing more than for us to go into a corner and cry. But no way. Not only did we keep the doors open, we flung them even wider, adapting, innovating, serving more of our neighbors with more care in the spirit of everybody for everybody. PPMW became the second Planned Parenthood affiliate in the nation to provide direct-to-patient telemedicine abortion. Why is this so very important? Let me tell you the story about one of our patients, Meg, who found it impossible to get time off from her job, like so many others do. During the video visit with the clinician, Meg had to pause the video visit to help a customer at her workplace. But they completed the visit and she was able to get her medication abortion and finish her workday. Care the way patients need and deserve it. PPMW also expanded our primary care services, allowing our DC Health Center to be a one-stop shop for all our patients' needs. With these services, PPMW is contributing even more significantly in advancing the goal of improving community health and achieving greater health equity for all. As Coretta Scott King said, quote, "Struggle is never a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. You earn it and win it in every generation." And our education programs, we are focusing on that upcoming generation. Our CLA program, which focuses on reducing higher risk sexual behaviors among African American adolescent females, adapted to a video format, reaching more than 70 participants. We launched our Promotores program, which trains and supports local Spanish-speaking community leaders to become promotores, health educators, who build trusted relationships to bring sexual and reproductive health information and resources into Latinx communities, decreasing barriers to healthcare access. Our 10 volunteer promotores reached out to over 200 folks this year. And our policy and organizing work continued, advancing rights and justice, joining the LGBTQ plus coalition to advocate funding for in the DC budget this year. Our work also continues on recognizing and addressing systemic racism in our organization, as well as how we provide care in our communities. While the guilty verdict of Derek Chauvin gave us a glimmer of hope, we know that Planned Parenthood, as well as our country, have a long way to go to address centuries of harm. Looking to the future, we are working to expand our services to 2 new health centers in Northern Virginia. In the coming months, you will be hearing more about how you can become involved in helping to make this a reality. 2021 sure felt like a seesaw between hope and frustration, despair and elation. Everyone experienced loss, whether someone dear or the loss of connection in isolation. At every juncture, PPMW sought connection to and with our community. We found ways to ensure that no one felt isolated from the care and information they needed. We found solace and strength and inspiration in action. And frankly, at this moment in our movement and in our country, we need transformative action. I'm reminded of a quote by Frederick Douglass. Quote, "It is not light that we need, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake," unquote. My friends, you, all of us, we are that earthquake. We are the earthquake we need to bring about the world we so desperately long for. Thank you for being here tonight. And seriously, let's get shaking.
Yes, let's get shaken. A great way to end that wonderful speech.
Some amazing words from Dr. Laura Myers, always. She's such an amazing speaker.
Yes, and great quotes. And like she said, tonight it's all about giving, and we have a lot of special guests coming. And I did promise you other special guests were going to come. So who do you think is going to be?
I don't know. Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah, no, but okay. You're close. You're close.
All right. Okay, so Marsai Martin.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna stop.
Okay,
You've guessed enough. But let's go ahead and introduce our special guest. Let's go ahead and roll this beautiful B-roll. How you doing, man?
Hey, PPMW family, it's Anthony Anderson, and I just want to say congrats on another great gala event. I heard that during the pandemic, you've added telehealth, care for depression, and primary care and other services. Outstanding! Keep your heads high, and donors, help keep those doors open, please.
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. I should have guessed it was him.
I didn't want to say too much.
I cannot believe that Anthony Anderson sent a shout out to PPMW.
Yes, I mean, what an amazing night. And look, it is now time. And listen, I had so much fun with you, co-hosting with you as well. I mean, listen, I'm just so excited.
Yeah, every year we come together. It's like fun, a party behind the scenes. But thanks to you all who have donated. We have raised some money for PPMW to continue to do the work that they always do.
Yes.
And you see that total right there on your screen, $207,028. You guys, we couldn't have done it without you. Again, it was so amazing co-hosting with you, Kyle.
Yes. And listen, it was so amazing co-hosting with you as well. If you want to keep up with us, you can keep up with me on social media. It's @Kyle on the mic. And how about yourself?
You can follow me at Alyssa on TV.
That's right. So we thank you all for your support. And before we leave, we want to say thank you. Look what we did together.
Right.
We became Impact.
Exactly.
We did this together.
And we hope to see you in person next year.
Yes.
But before we come to a close, we want to welcome back Songrise.
Yes.
Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. And I know you might have a heavy load, but I can carry some too. I will lift you up when they push you down. I will raise my voice and stand my ground. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. Well, it looks like it might be